Good luck, sir.
Yep, good luck.
All right. Yeah, so basically, I have to check the rolls of everybody in order to calculate the amount of points. And for whatever reason, why, I don't know, but it's taking you guys as users, not members, which, like, those objects, as far as my code goes, are exactly the same, except for this case. The weird thing is that when I pass objects to the function that I'm doing to check, like, compare two people's ranks, it only accepts Discord member objects, not Discord user objects. But that's not what's faulting it out. It's still passing it to the code. So it's very confusing. I'm gonna see if I can't somehow, like, do a hotfix so that it forces it to pass it as a member object. We'll just have to see. The other weird thing is that it worked once. The first initial match of me versus Winter Soldier, no issues there, and then it started to have the issues. So no idea what's going on, to be perfectly frank with you. Ooh, hoo, hoo, Abu, dodging out of the way there. Ooh, not that time. Oh no! Man, they're just going at each other. Okay. And this one. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see.
Nice.
All right. Ooh. Ooh, taking point 3. Ooh. Ooh. Understandable.
Nice.
Have a nice day. So strange. And that's why that's not working. Oh my god, y'all. The bot is... So it is. It's some changes that have happened with Discord, and I realized it when I was coding the new bot, but I didn't realize I was going to have to update any of the old files for this bot. Because this happened, like, it's very slight changes. It also might explain why we were having the issues last week with the fought command, but still really weird, all things considered. Oh well, manual resolving of matches today. Ain't nothing I had to do before. More motivation for me to get 1.3 out. Ooh, and Abu taking round one.
Good round.
His costume kind of almost looks like Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, if this is your first, I know at least for one person this is their first event. Hi. It doesn't usually, well, yeah, I can't claim that we don't usually have these issues. It's either a good week or a bad week. It's either a week where everything goes off without a hitch, or it's a bad week. Yeah, 1.3. Okay, so I'm doing. So I make the thing that's managing all these matches. I made from scratch. It's all written in Python. I run it on my own server. It's just how Discord bots work. I deployed it myself. So 1.3. So the version we're running right now is 1.2. The initial one was just challenges. And I just had a list of matches on a page, and I'd read off the matches, and that's how we do this event. But towards like I think it was week 4 is when it happened. I had 40 matches on the schedule, and I was just like, ooh, mcsorley taking that point. Yeah, I had 40 matches on the schedule, and I was like, there is absolutely no way that I'm gonna be able to do all of this within a reasonable amount of time, because I would just go until the end of the list of matches, and like, there was no like actual matchmaking taking place. It was just whatever order the matches were in on the match list. I'd just read through them, and that's how we do it. With 1.2, I have the match manager and the pages that would appear for each one of the matches. Still kind of manual, but a little bit easier. And also the ability to play matches not on stream and then register them after the fact. The only issue with that is that, no offense, but if you're going to play matches not on stream, not in an event like this, you might as well just get on and look at custom rooms. You know, so people were, it was set up in a way that people could, if they wanted to, register their matches. But I didn't really provide anything else that allowed people to do that, like allowed people to schedule their matches. So now I'm working on another overhaul of the bot, which alongside rather than challenging people like we do right now, you're just going to sign up for a time slot, and then the challenges are another thing on top of that. I'll go into more depth. I'm going to like make a series of videos just explaining how to use it. But it's going to be a lot simpler, and you won't have to go through and challenge all the people you want to play. It's just going to be, okay, when can you play? And then, okay, cool, we're just going to go through matches for the 2-hour time slot, and when we're done, we move on to the next time slot. So hopefully that makes it a lot easier for people. And also, it will automatically post the matches to the Twitch chat when they come up on the Discord. That way, you only have to check the Twitch chat or the Discord, not both.
Made you jump, finally made you jump.
Yeah, I
Figuring out there's more than one direction to go.
Okay, the good news is that I think that the matches that I'm going to be manually putting on the match results channel, I think those are still going to go through. We'll just have to see. Again, I didn't make any changes to the bot, so the fact that it all of a sudden is giving me these errors when over the past 4 or 5 weeks it did not, slightly concerning. But yeah, hopefully it's gonna be good. Yeah, it's just, you know, ooh, that was a nasty curve coming out there from Abu. Yeah, you know, it's funny because as I'm going through coding it, I literally have to recode like everything that I did in the second version of the bot. I'm going through now and recoding, and I'm sort of kicking myself, going like, why the heck did I code it like this? Why didn't, you know? Because I'm having to go back and. When you write bad code, it'll still work properly. The issue, ooh, mcsorley bringing it to round
Good
3.
round, really good round.
Good round. All the marbles now.
This ain't gonna go for 3-3, is it? I'm not gonna let this happen.
But yeah, so I'm kicking myself a little bit because it's just difficult to change the things that I want to change. Ooh, that was a early point. And like I'm like, yeah, you know, I put this into place without really understanding how it would work. But you know, this is all sort of me learning. I've never, before doing a weekly stream like this, I've never streamed before. I've never ran tournaments before. And it's a bit of a unique thing too, because I've never ran VR streaming events before. So it's just a learning experience, and I'm not one to dwell on stuff just because I did it in a certain way before. I think that the way that I have things set up right now, ooh, a mcsorley ducking down into that one. I think the way that I have things set up now is more intuitive, easier to use, which I guess more intuitive implies easier to use, but literally it's one button press instead of a command that you have to write into the server. And again, it provides more possibilities. A big point of feedback that you get from people who play this game in Europe, shout out to Scarecrowbar and Scundy, or Scandy.
Ooh, tricky.
Yeah. Old habits die hard, I suppose. you know, they're like, if they want to play from 12 to 4.
All the way to get you out of your foxhole, man.
But yeah, if they want to play from 12 to 4 Pacific time, that's like almost 12 o'clock at night for them. So being able to split it up into multiple different time slots. Always wanted to do basic matches too. I don't know anything about playing basic on a any sort of competitive level. Would love to get into that a little bit. And there's a lot of people who who want to play basic, but they can't because everyone plays advanced. And you know, before it was like, how the heck do I have one big slot of time where I could do basic and advanced? But now it's like, okay, one time slot has one game mode and the other time slot has the other game mode. So that's the way too long explanation of what exactly I'm doing with the bot. Oh, and also with this version, you will be able to view it on GitHub. So, because I'm using version control.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't going to let this go to 3-3, man. What the hell?
And yet, here we are in 3-3. Yeah, any feedback's welcome. I honestly, again, I take a lot of the inspiration from this event, from fighting games. I've said this on previous streams before. This format that I use is not specific to Sparc. You could have a melee fight night in this exact same format when it actually works. You know, winner stays in, max of 3 matches. If you win the 3 matches, you get a point bonus. Boom, you have a leaderboard. So, yeah, I mean, if you're ever interested in setting up a parallel server, that would be interesting. There's also, like, a lot of things that I had to learn about streaming in VR. Like, as much as I go first person when I'm playing, that's mostly because my graphics card cannot handle doing the spectator mode and playing at the same time. And yes, that is the bottleneck I figured out, which is wild to me. Not that I have a great graphics card, but it's not like this game's super graphically intensive. But yeah, I mean, I would love to get just feedback overall about like the VR tournaments and also the viewer experience in VR. The big question that I've always had when streaming this game is, how do I make it fun to watch, not just fun to play? And I think spectator mode gets you most of the... Ooh, and Abu takes the win! All right. Let's see who's next.
You always scare me, man. You always scare the shit.